Bit of a simple one today, but I love the title. There will be blood. I do think that's the name of the movie, so hopefully you don't think there's any sort of copyright infringement or whatnot. But basically, the theme of today's talk is that I just see too many people who are out to harm others. And I don't mean like they're out there to physically hurt them and they really want to see their lives go bad, as in they plan around it. But if they have an opportunity to make someone's life worse, they take it. I don't understand it. Like it's like we're almost back to public hangings. You know, I don't want to get too social. I'm not really part of the social movement. You know, I don't have any social media accounts or things like that. I mean, apart from this channel. But anyway, what I have noticed is that people want justice more than anything. And I think, but why? Okay, like, sure, you want the bad guys to go away. I get that, okay? Because you don't want them to be a repeated offender. That was just terrible to begin, you know, a couple of videos ago. Not embarrassed. Anyway, so I can definitely understand, you know, some of the safety concerns about locking up the baddies and whatnot. But more or less, the extent to which people really want to see that happen scares me. I'm not against people getting what's coming to them. I mean, that's a factor of life. But I'm way more about forgiveness. I mean, the amount of times that I've messed up in my life. Well, there was that time I stole a candy store when I was 5. And, oh, gee, I haven't stolen much since. Sorry. But really, like, no, the list of my transgressions goes on very, very long. So it's not for me sitting up here going, I'm Mr. Perfect and whatnot. No, I mess up all the time, okay? But that being said, right, I am who I am today because people have shown me love. People have shown me forgiveness. People have cared about my well-being. And without that love and generosity, I know I wouldn't, you know, be who I am today, let alone maybe even here. I mean, how much can we really know about ourselves about what doesn't happen? So rather than get too philosophical about the woulds and coulds of the world, getting back on track, all I'm thinking is I'm happy and content with what I do in life. And if I mess up, I know it's up to me to rectify that, right? To whether or not I have to redo something or make an apology or let sleeping dogs lie sometimes. You know, letting bygones be bygones. It makes life so much easier. Honestly, so much easier. I mean, the most I see from my clients when they come and talk to me and say, oh, hey, Matt, you know, this person said this about me and my parents do this at home and, you know, apart from the report writing that I have to do, I get pretty concerned that people are exposed to some pretty negative things. And what a lot of them say is that, you know, man, I wish I had something different and, you know, I wish that didn't happen to me. Well, yeah, okay, you can wish that all you want, but it didn't happen. That's not what it did happen, and so the point is you have to deal with it. And when it comes down to looking at the vulnerability of people, for me, the compassion side takes over. My first instinct into looking at that person isn't to go, oh, well, you know, I'm sure you've probably done several things that didn't warrant that or whatnot. Or did warrant that. Got a bit off track there. Did mess up my words. Should relook at them. Anyway, what I've noticed is that when my instinct goes to compassion, to seeing how I want the best for these kids, right, I care about the outcome. And the outcome is always at the end, right? So funny that. It means to get to the outcome, you've already gone through all of the crap. All of the negativity, right? You've already done most of the yards. So I'm really not seeing why you would want to continue that on with more negativity, right? So when it comes to society and it comes to people who are talking about, I don't know, wanting to see the absolute destruction of somebody, I think, how about you look at yourself first and see where you're going in life? And maybe apply the principle of forgiveness. Maybe apply the principle of compassion and acceptance. It'll make your life so much better. And I suppose the point I was getting to before about how when you're at the outcome, you've already gone through all the hard stuff. Why bring back more negativity into your life? I mean, you've already done that. Just move on, right? You can get hung up and complain about your life situation, how everything sucks. That's just going to keep you negative. It's just going to keep you down. That's just a bad place to be in. I just don't see it. I just don't see why you want to do that. Why would you expose yourself to negativity? So, in society, there is this tendency to love the punishment, love seeing other people get what's coming to them. But I guarantee if you want to live a happy, successful, content life even, focus on yourself. Focus on your own measurement. Focus on where you're going in life and whether or not you're achieving what you want to achieve and whether or not you've made peace with the people who have wronged you. And that's all it is. If everybody makes peace with the people who wrong them, you take out so much violence, so much hostility, so much negativity in the world. It'd be a better place. I mean, again, that's, I suppose, conjecture because it hasn't happened. So I have nothing to sort of say, well, this is the absolute, the world could be a terrible place. I mean, it's like that clip in The Simpsons when they have to think of what a world would be like with lawyers and it's all people just dancing and singing. Yeah, well, sure, you take the word out of haters and it could be very much like that. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But seriously, I mean, why subject yourself to more pain and more negativity for no real good reason?